Hey vlog, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Not a super exciting day for me today, so I'm not really sure what this vlog is going to be. Hopefully I'll figure out something interesting to talk about or to show you because I'm not really doing much today. Going to church in a few minutes and then just hanging out. So we'll see what this vlog ends up being. But anyway, fit check. So we've got the navy Hollister sweatpants, Aritzia top. It's like a square neck crop. I like this one. And then same jacket as yesterday because it matches my top. We got this necklace. This is the one I got in Athens. Ooh, it's blurry. There you go, you can kind of see it. And then this is the ring that I got in Milos, and they match. So slay. Good morning, Jax. Hello. Good morning, Mochi. So sleepy today. Good morning, Wally. Hey vlog, Mochi's up there. He wants to say hi. He looks really cute right now. I just got back from church. I asked Twitter what I should talk about on the vlog today because I really didn't know. And someone asked if I ever talked about like how I got into pole vault and how long I've been doing it. And I realized I never have, not on here or on the podcast. On the podcast, me and Owen did one time where we meant to talk about like our recruiting journeys or whatever for college, and then we got completely distracted and never ended up talking about it. So that story's never been told. I mean, on here, if you go back far enough, there's videos from me pole vaulting. Jax is right here, so that's why I'm looking over there all the time, because I have to, you always have to be vigilant when you're petting him, because at any point he could bite you, and so you have to pay attention. If he ever like bares his teeth or starts growling, then you stop petting him. But anyway, if you go far enough back on my vlog, I started sophomore year of high school. I started the vlog sophomore year of high school. And so there's like some really old videos of me pole vaulting. There's a couple episodes of the pole vault podcast with me and my friend Austin. Spring break pole vaulting. Yeah, the vlogs, the high school pole vault squad was crazy. There were a lot of us, actually. I say there were a lot of us because now I'm used to there being 3 of us. I think we had like, at one point we had 4 girl pole vaulters in high school, I think, and 3 guys. That's crazy. 7? Whoa. Yeah, I started pole vault freshman year of high school because in track in middle school, they don't have pole vault. Fun story about track in middle school. So I never did any sports through the middle school until 8th grade. But I was still doing gymnastics and soccer. So I did soccer since I was like 2. And then I did that through until high school. And then I did gymnastics. I think I started when I was like 5 maybe, and I did that forever. So I was always doing those. And then in 8th grade, I was like, what if I just joined cross country? Because why not? I was a decent runner from soccer. Like I could get a good 7-minute mile. Jax wants to go outside. So I joined cross country. I lasted a whole like month and a half before I got hurt. That was my first long-term injury. I still have it. My patellar tendonitis, she's still there. Never gonna go away. So then I just like was manager the rest of the season. And then track, I had intended to do track with the middle school, but my knee was still not working. So it's like, fine, I'll be a manager. I'll just like come hang out, whatever. And, so that's what I did. And then season started and they put up the list for our first meet of like who's competing what. And for some reason they put me on triple jump. And I was like, well, I guess. I did not know what triple jump was. I did not know how to do it. I learned how to do it at the meet. And then I just triple jumped all year and I ended up competing in conference. I made the conference lineup because no one else triple jumped. And I never practiced either because my knee hurt and I prioritized gymnastics. So that was my middle school track experience. And then in high school, so I knew pole vault was a thing because my friend's sister's friend did pole vault in high school. And so, like, I knew it was a thing, and I was like, well, I'm a gymnast. Like, I would be good at it. I want to go upside down on the cool poles. And so I knew I wanted to do that. And so gymnastics in high school is a winter sport, and then track is a spring sport. So for some reason, like, the track coach already knew who I was by the time I got there. So I, like, walk in the first practice, and she's like, you're going to be a pole vaulter. And I was like, yeah. And then I was a pole vaulter. And since I got there late, because gymnastics, like, goes in, because I did gymnastics through the high school during my freshman and sophomore year, and then I quit and went back to club. That's a different story. So gymnastics is a winter sport, but it goes into the spring season because I was on varsity, so, like, regionals, sectionals, state, like, bled into the beginning of track season, so I got to track late. So I had never pole vaulted before, and the first meet was, like, the week I got to track, and I hadn't pole vaulted before the meet, so I guess that's just the thing for me. I just get put in things, and then I do it. I learn it at the meet. So my first meet, I did no height because it was an invitational, so it started a little bit higher than normal, which was only, like, 6 feet. But, like, freshmen in high school never pole vaulted before, okay? And so I no heighted. And then the next meet, I'd gotten one practice under my belt, so we went 6'6" that meet. That was crazy. I think my freshman year, I straight poled the whole year. So, like, now if you see videos of me doing pole vault now, like, the pole, like, I bend the pole. It makes a little curve when I go. But when you're first starting, you don't know how to bend it yet. And we didn't have any poles in high school that I could bend. That's another story. And that'll come later in the story, actually. So freshman year, like, I only vaulted, like, you just stick the pole in the ground and just keep it straight and try and get as high as you can. So you can't really get that high. I think the highest I got freshman year was, like, 7'6", maybe. Yeah, probably around that. And then I did pole vault camp over the summer, so I got a little bit better. I learned how to bend the pole because they had a small one. Who's at my door? Maybe the mail. Because there was a small one that the camp people have, so I was able to bend it, and I learned how to do that, and I was like, wow, this is cool. I'm, like, good at pole vault now. And then I go back to high school, and there's no pole there that's small enough for me to bend. And they would not get me one. They would not rent one that year. And so I had a straight pole for another year, which was stupid. And I made no progress because you can't do anything without bending the pole. So I got, like, 7'6" again and whatever. Junior year, they finally rented me a pole. I think it was an 11-foot 100. Or no. It might have been a 10-foot 100, because now I vault on an 11-foot 100. Yeah, I think it was a 10-foot 100. I don't know, actually. It was either 10 or 11-foot 100. I haven't grown, okay? I have not grown. I have not changed in height or weight since the end of freshman year of high school. So, we're still on the same pole. And we know what happened when I tried to move up the pole. But yeah, so junior year, we finally got a pole that I could bend, and it was awesome. I think I got second or third in conference. I ended up getting 9 feet that year, and that was my high school PR, 9 feet, and it was pretty good. We had a coach that year. Yeah, because my freshman year, like, we didn't really have a coach. He was, like, there sometimes and then not there sometimes. Then sophomore year and junior year, we had a really good coach. So, loved her. And, yeah, so junior year, I PR'd with 9 feet. And then senior year, I broke my foot. And then COVID hit, so I did not vault at all. And then I thought I was retired because I went to Marquette for a year and a half in their Division I, and your girl is not a Division I level vaulter. Like, let's be real. No one my size could realistically do Division 1. It's just I'm not built for pole vault. Like, that's the reality of it. I have great technique, but the reality is I could have the best technique ever, and I just like won't be able to get that high because I am challenged in height and weight. But that's fine. I just do it because it's fun. But yeah, so I went to Marquette for a year and a half. Did not pole vault there. Didn't think it would be a thing that I ever did again. And then November 2021, I was like, I hate it here and I don't want to be here anymore. So I'm going to transfer to Elmhurst, even though I've never been there and I don't know anything about it except that they have my major and my credits would probably transfer well. You look funny. Which they did. And then I was like, oh, they're Division 3. Like, what if I just did track there? So I filled out the recruiting form. And I was like, I'm a pole vaulter. This is my PR. I haven't vaulted in a couple of years, but like whatever. And sent it in. And literally, it was like a Sunday night. And like an hour later, the head coach called me and he was like, we need pole vaulters so bad. And then I was on the team. And then my first week, what was supposed to be my first week of practice in January of 2022. Yeah, January of 2022. Like second week of January, I was all ready to go to practice, be an athlete again. I got the flu because that is just so on brand for me. I think it was an omen for my track career, to be honest. But yeah, I got the flu, so I missed the first meet, and then I showed up, and then I was vaulting, and now we're here. So that is the story of me pole vaulting. And technically, my NCAA pole vault career ends after this season. But also, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm not moving. Like, whatever job I get, it's going to be here, and it's going to need to be at least hybrid, if not fully remote, because let's be real. Like, you've seen this Vlogmas. You've seen the amount of times I have thrown up in just the past couple weeks. I'm not going to be able to work a full-time job in person. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. I use one single tiny pole that takes up no space and adds no weight to the pole bag. And I can just, my coach is like, there's like 3 of us. We don't, like, you can come practice with us. You can, and for NCAA meets, you can enter a lot of open meets as unattached. You just pay the registration fee for yourself. Oh, big stretch. You just pay the registration fee for yourself, and then you can compete, and your scores just like don't count for anything. So I can keep doing that if I want to, and I think I do want to, because I do want to go back to gymnastics. That was my plan, to like compete in adult gymnastics meets. But this whole like every time I go upside down, I just like get really nauseous and or throw up now. I don't think that would work very well with gymnastics. Like pole vault, it already doesn't work very well. But it's like you go once, you only go upside down once each turn, and then you land on the squishy mat, and I can lay there for a minute and like reset. And then I can land the ground for a minute between turns and whatever. But like gymnastics, 2 giants into a double tuck dismount on bars, and that's just like the last third of the routine. I don't think that would go well. So I'm kind of thinking that might not be able to happen, but at least pole vault, continuing to pole vault is an option. I would just do it like inconsistently whenever I felt like it. And I'll obviously keep lifting. But I will never, as soon as I'm done like being obligated to do my track workouts, like as an NCAA athlete, I am never front squatting again. Never. I hate squats. I hate front squatting. My knees hate them. I hate front squats, and I will not do them once it's on my own accord. I'll probably still do most of the workouts that my coach sends because I enjoy that style of training. But if front squats are the main lift, I'm doing something else. Don't care. But yeah, so now this vlog is an actual vlog. I've been recording this clip for 13 minutes. That's crazy. We love Elmhurst Track and Field. I'm wearing my cool jacket. We love pole vault. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any more questions or anything that I was not clear on, because everything I say is extremely convoluted. Why are you looking at me like that? And I get distracted easily. So if you have questions on anything, comment down below. I'll answer them. He just always has that look. Smash like, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.